Recording 3, 2. Season 10 is here, and we finally have the old dusty depot back, and I love it, as well as the factories and a couple other map changes. But besides that, we have tons of new content updates to go through with the brand new season. So let's jump right into it. When you first log into Season 10, you will find a quick little cutscene showing Jonesy going through a giant rift and flying by a bunch of different pieces of past maps, current maps, a bunch of different weapons, props, back blings, etc., etc., and then ultimately come crashing down a dusty divot. So with that being said, let's jump right into the notes. So the first major thing that we have seen is called the B.R.U.T.E.S, which says that few suits make you feel as powerful as a mech suit does. In this two-person vehicle, players can control its movement while a partner controls its firepower. Those feeling extra adventurous can operate it solo by switching between moving and shooting. You guys will also see some gameplay of myself using the B.R.U.T.E here in just a moment, but moving on. The specific details of the B.R.U.T.E go as following. It says that this vehicle can be operated by up to 2 players. If 2 players are operating it, one, the driver, controls the movement, obviously, while the other, the gunner, rains down missiles and shotgun shots. So the driver is able to dash into combat, super jump to victory, stomp enemies and structures into the ground, while harvesting anything that would normally be granted materials when destroyed. So the passenger side of things has 2 weapons at their disposal, a shotgun and a missile launcher. So the shotgun has a clip size of 10, with each shot doing 50 damage, with a headshot multiplier of 1.5, so obviously 75 damage per shot, at least headshots that is. Anyway, moving on to the missile launcher, it fires up to 10 missiles at once, which can be loaded by holding down the trigger. In my case, it is the left trigger, the aim down the sights trigger, and then after releasing the trigger, or after all 10 missiles have been loaded, all missiles will automatically fire, so keep that in mind when you are approaching a big build fight. So new mechanic is called the overshield, so it will consume 200 of any material type to create a personal overshield for 5 seconds to protect you in the mech suit. So very interesting. I'm very excited to see how this plays out. I do see this being a lot like airplanes in terms of how the community treats it, in terms of the once in a while gamers that hop on for half an hour here, maybe an hour there on the weekends, whatever it may be, they might like it a lot, but the people that play arenas a lot, or they play competitives, or pub wagers, anything like that, they are not going to like this. I mean, I played one game of Team Rumble already before I made this video, as you guys can see on the gameplay, and I think it's a little bit overpowered. I mean, this thing has a ton of health, this thing can do a ton of damage, it can destroy almost any builds. You guys can see we almost annihilated half of the entire Dusty Depot barn / warehouse area with just 2 missile launchers. And that's all made of metal, that's all made of brick and stone and whatnot. So I think that this will definitely be nerfed in the future, but I'm excited to see how this plays out throughout Season 10. So moving on, there are also 8 different items / weapons that were also taken to the vault for Season 10. Unreal, 8 of them. So let's just list them off. The Ballers, the Quad Crashers, Flint Knock Pistol, Shadow Bomb, Semi-Automatic Sniper Rifle, Tactical Assault Rifle, Mounted Turret, Airstrike, and then they also went ahead and made the Glider Redeploy an item. So that right there at the very end, the itemized Glider Redeploy, absolutely love it. They mentioned actually that over time we have added many mobility options, both itemized and map-based. We feel that Season 10 is better experience with a reduction in mobility. As with all changes, we'll keep a close eye on how this affects the player experience. So this might change over time, but they did get rid of the slipstreams outside of Neo Tilted and Mega Mall, as those small rings going around Neo Tilted and Mega Mall are still there, but there is no massive slipstream to get onto to go from one end of the map to the other. There's still a spout over by the volcano, but that is basically it. I mean, there's still no rift to goes. There's still no massive vehicles. I mean, the drift wars are still there, but that's basically it. But again, guys, the Baller has been vaulted, and I cannot be more excited. I don't like facing the Ballers. I don't like riding ballers. I don't like driving them. I don't like anything about them. I don't like watching even competitive. The World Cup, in my opinion, the only bad part was the amount of ballers that were in the end games. So basically it just gives 250 additional shield to someone that is using it. Either way, I'm very happy to see all these weapons vaulted, with the exception of maybe the tactical assault rifle. I did like that weapon a lot, but either way, the airstrike was vaulted, and I thought that weapon was pointless from the beginning. It sounded like a lot heavier of a weapon, but ultimately in Season 9, it had no to little effect, and I saw everyone dropping them once they got them. So that was a no-brainer. The other weapons, so be it. With the Flint pistol, I never used that really, to be honest. I was not a big fan of that one. And the other weapons, so be it. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of those weapons come back throughout Season 10 in unvaulted update notes and whatnot. But either way, overall, that is basically it for the vaulted weapons. A couple of quick bug fixes as well. They fixed the heavy shotgun not piercing through water in modes where it is available. They also made sure that all campfires now heal vehicles. The Storm Scout sniper rifle will no longer have perfect hip fire accuracy after aiming down sights. The boogie bombs and grenades no longer pass right through vehicles. So there we go, just some fine tuning right there. Moving on. So instead of weekly challenges at Season 10, they have what's called missions. And so this might be a little bit confusing in the beginning. We are not getting weekly challenges from the looks of it. I don't see that happening from our challenges tab in Season 10 right now. Because right now, as we have it right now, there are about 7 different challenge tabs of coming soon. So usually in the past seasons, we have 10 different weeks of coming soon challenges. But right here, we actually have 8 total ones coming in 15 days, 29 days, basically every 2 weeks. So hopefully each week's of challenge, or every new mission, if you will have a good amount of challenges that will last 2 weeks and not something that you can just bang out in a single day. But right off the bat, once you guys do hop into Season 10, we have 3 different missions. One called Level Headed, which is a season level based, mission based challenge set. Then we have another one called the Battle Pass Rumble Royale. So that one is obviously Team Rumble based challenges. And then we have a road trip with a Battle Pass based challenge set. Obviously that one's a little bit more of weaponized and ranks and positioning challenges. Either way, they kind of overhaul the overall challenge system, but they mentioned that the new Battle Pass feature called Missions are a series of thematic objectives that grant rewards. As you complete these objectives, you'll earn battle stars, XP, and exclusive cosmetic items. So more information about missions can be found in the Battle Pass and the Challenges tab. So obviously when you guys do log in, you guys will go over there and find exactly what I'm talking about. They did fix an issue involving players get stuck under a ramp as it's placed, so that's just the one bug fix they fixed about the gameplay. They completely overhauled exactly how Division and Arena modes are now being scored and structured. So season kicks off with Solos and Trios Arena, so goodbye Duo Arena for right now. I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon. Hype will be reset at the start of Season 10 with a new scoring structure in place. So of course, actually fun story guys, the last day of Season 9 yesterday, my buddy and I hopped on, and I went from 6 total hype to 147 total hype. So now all that is reset, so whoop-de-doo, now I have to do that all over again. But either way, there are now 10 divisions with point values that have been increased, but progression should be roughly the same. The bolded divisions are new, which I will point out here. So Open 1 is 0 to 499 points. Open 2 is 500 to 999. Open 3 is 1000 to 1499. Open 4, which is brand new from what they said, is 1500 to 1999. Contender 1 is 2000 to 2999. Contender 2 is 3000 to 4449. Contender is 4,500 to 6,499. Champion 1 is 6,500 to 9,999. Champion 2 is 10,000 to 13,999. And then Champion 3 is 14,000 plus total hype. So I know there's a lot of numbers there. I will leave a link in the description below, as always, to the patch notes so you guys can see for yourself exactly what I'm talking about with all these different brand new divisions, but they did go ahead and gave a simple scoring model which has been updated to standardize points and bus fares across all playlists. So solos, eliminations, each elimination is going to be 20 points, top 25 is going to be 60, top 15 is going to be 30, top 5 is going to be 30, and then a victory royale is 60 total points. With trios, eliminations, so 7 points per team member per kill. Top 8 is going to be 60 points, top 4 is going to be 30 points, top 20 is going to be 30 points, and then victory royale is 60 points. So bus fare increases at Division 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. For some reason, Division 6 is not included in there, but again, there has to be some reason behind that. So matchmaking in Arena is still based on players with similar height. Players in higher divisions may experience longer than normal wait times to ensure higher quality matches. Now, moving on to performance real quick. Improved level streaming performances for all platforms by optimizing the way assets are preloaded. This reduces the cases in which players land on buildings with a low level of detail, particularly on Switch and Xbox One, which I know personally I have been a victim to for numerous of weeks and seasons actually in the past. So I'm really glad that they are stepping up their efforts to minimize that as a Xbox user. Moving on to art and animation, the Ride the Pony emote is now a traversal emote, which means that you can actually use it while walking and whatnot. So players who earn the Ride the Pony emote from the Season 2 Battle Pass has been given a new additional transversal emote called Pony Up. So if you have Save the World / if you have bought the Founders Pack for Save the World, you would have the Ride the Pony emote from Save the World. So I won't be making a whole new video on this probably later today, if not early next week, in regards to the Save the World updates, because as a Save the World fan, which I know a lot of people on this channel don't know, I am a huge Save the World fan. Don't play it too much, but I am a big fan. Either way, there has been a brand new update. I will be releasing that later today again or early next week. So moving on to audio, they added a new bullet impact sound. They increased the volume of distant gunfire and gliders, and they increased the chest volume and audio range by 10%. Bug fixes, ambient sounds no longer cut out when players walk between biomes. And then moving on to user interface. So this one's really cool. So pressing the main menu button on controllers now defaults focus to the main menu, aka the right side of the pause menu. So that way, if you wanted to rage quit, it can be a lot easier and a lot faster than having to go over to the right side and then go all the way down. It will automatically be on the right side. So you can just scroll all the way down to exit game, and then there you go. The loading content message will no longer be stuck at 0% when players are matchmaking. They fixed a lobby camera issue when returning from a replay. They also fixed an issue that prevented the selection of different players in the lobby after switching from different game modes. And they also selected leave match no longer prevents a player in your party sitting out in the lobby from entering matchmaking. Very interesting there. Moving on to replay, and this is it for the basic Season 10 update. So a new camera mode battle map has been added to server replays. The camera mode shows a path of where the followed player has been during the match, the locations of the eliminations the following players has done during the match, and that's basically it for right now in terms of the replay for Season 10. So either way, guys, again, as mentioned down below, I will leave a link to all of the patch notes for Season 10. Let me know in the comment section down below, what are you most pumped for in Season 10? Obviously, we have some new maps, new parts of the map coming back and whatnot. Either way, let me know in the comment section down below what you're pumped about for Season 10. Top box is a previous video, in which case we talk about the 4 bytes, which there actually are not an equivalent of for Season 10, but either way, guys, check that video out. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. Bottom box is a mystery video like always. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Have a great day.